So let's talk about Cynthia Erivo and her firing back at the MAGA hate because she's deciding to play Jesus in a Jesus Christ Superstar musical. Now, this has been around for over 50 years, in case you were wondering, so it's nothing new under the sun. But the reason why this is getting so much pushback is number one, Cynthia Erivo. She had another award ceremony where she was trying to lecture fan base on embrace my pronouns. They, them has been around forever. And we understand that was just a bunch of baloney. And we don't have to subscribe to your ideology. If you want to go that way, have fun. That's your opinion. But if you don't agree with it, you got to respect that at the end of the day because this is how we feel. And this is where we stand on our truths, and you have your truths. And we take that to the table. We see which one is more factual than opinionated and which one makes more sense and what doesn't make sense. So again, Cynthia Erivo is firing back at the people who are not liking this choice. Of course, she knows what she's doing. Hollywood knows what they're doing. They want to disrespect Jesus. They want to downplay Christianity. And that's what they love to do. And woke Hollywood is lost influence. People don't really care about the identity politics. That's why you see the box office is struggling when they push these ideas onto fan bases. Whether you're a Christian or not, it's not received well in society because we believe, man and women. And if you want to change your gender, hey, have at it. But at the end of the day, don't expect everyone to just accept you for that new gender because some people have their own way of thinking and that's okay. But people get emotional, they get in their feelings, they say you're a bunch of bigots, that you're racist. And it's like, no, we just don't agree. And that's really it. But she says here, you can't please everyone, and that's true. You can't please everyone. But Musk had this to say, imagine doing this to any other religion. He's not lying. Imagine if you decided to, portray Muhammad and you did it in a way that wasn't true to their beliefs, to the Quran, or you did this to the Jewish religion, or you did it to any other religion and it wasn't aligning with their beliefs. How would they feel? They would be really upset. They would be giving you plenty of backlash and voicing their opinions. And, when it comes to Christianity, they're going to do whatever they want and say however they feel because, we're in a world that isn't believing in Jesus. And I'm a Christian. I'm going to stand by what I believe in. And if you don't agree with it, that's fine. If you want to have a conversation, we can have a conversation outside of a video because I don't engage in a lot of like back and forth on the internet because you don't really get anywhere, in my opinion. It's better to have like verbal conversations and good dialogue and see where the conversation ends. That's just how I feel about it. But as you can see here, Erivo playing Christ, anti-Christian bigotry by Hollywood. That's one of the replies. Erivo told Billboard, why not? She shrugged off the naysayers. The more yourself you are, the more you are in front of people who don't necessarily understand, the better understanding starts to happen. I don't think that's going to be accomplished from people who have beliefs in Christianity, who don't like to see Jesus being blasphemy and portrayed in a way that doesn't align with the Bible. That's just how they are and how I am as well. So am I surprised by this? No, I'm not, because we're in a fallen world. So people are going to make choices that are really anti-God, that are not about Christianity. But, they can go down this road. Fans aren't tuning in. It's a small minority compared to how people feel and think, especially when they've got conservative values or just values in general where they believe in a nuclear family. They believe that man should be a man and woman should be a woman. And if you want to change genders, you can go down that direction, but there's consequences, just like there's consequences to other decisions you make in life. But just because we disagree doesn't mean we're hateful, doesn't mean we're racist or bigots. And they like to resort to that type of language because they want us to feel bad and just accept them. Well, you don't have to accept everything you see, right? Like 1+1 is still going to be 2. Like you can't change that fact. And again, like Cynthia, she can have her opinions, she can feel how she feels, but doesn't mean the fans need to just be quiet or not speak up for themselves. Because if they see Jesus being portrayed in a way where they don't agree with it, they don't like the choice, they're allowed to share their opinions. Now, again, am I shocked by this? No. I don't get surprised by woke Hollywood because they want to do whatever they want to do. They're going to share how they feel, no matter what people are saying. They're out of touch with reality. It's just the facts of life. They don't want to be in tune because they think however I live my life, either you comply or don't comply at all. And if you don't comply, you're racist. You're out of touch and you're not, moving forward with the progressive beliefs. But the reality is a lot of people don't feel that way anyways. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video today. I'd love to hear your thoughts about Cynthia Erivo firing back against MAGA people and Christians and saying that, who cares what you think? Do you agree with this choice or not? And just how do you feel in general about this? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys also share the video, and I'll see you in the next one.